Real Talk Barbershop 870. Let's get it.
Here for another one.
We got another episode going on, man. Y'all already know what to do. Go like, share, subscribe. Social media, we on Facebook, Instagram,
YouTube,
Tik
Tok,
Real Talk Barbershop. We got a nice episode coming up today. Y'all gonna enjoy it.
Yes, sir.
Like, share, subscribe right now.
Let's get it.
Right now.
Let's get it. Let's go, Rose.
Boss, yeah.
Yeah, it's your boy Rose.
It's your boy Preach Boy Spann.
It's your boy Bebe the Motivator.
And I am JR, aka Mr. Raj, and you're tuned in to
Real Talk Barbershop 870. Let's get it.
Yes, sir. We back in the house again, fellas.
Man,
How you going on, fellas?
I'm kind of excited about this one.
I think so too, man.
Man, this a needed episode. Not only a great episode, but one that's very needed.
Definitely.
Man.
It is.
What we talking about today, B?
Man, we're talking about Juneteenth.
Juneteenth. The meaning of Juneteenth.
Man, I bet some people don't even know what Juneteenth is.
I'm sure.
They probably don't, because there's a lot of things we probably finna learn that I don't know either.
You don't?
It wasn't taught in our history book.
Well, that's good.
I'm
That's
looking
good.
forward to it. Just to learn.
That's why I'm glad everybody tuned in, man. Y'all make sure y'all go like, share this, subscribe to our channel. Hey, man, everybody need to get this information. Matter of fact, we ain't gonna wait too long. Let's get our guests in here, B.
Let's get our guests in here. So, look, without further ado, we got some important people coming to us today, some pioneers of Mississippi County that took our time today to spend with us, to educate us, to educate our community, to educate our people on what Juneteenth is. So at this time, no further ado, we got the Bravo Committee of Juneteenth coming to us.
Put your hands
Yes,
together.
sir. Shout out to him.
How y'all doing today?
Doing great.
And we'll let y'all introduce yourself however y'all want to.
Thank you for having us this afternoon. My name is Venita Nichols, and I am the treasurer of the Mississippi County Juneteenth celebration. And we're here to enlighten you all on some of the information that's going to go on in the true meaning of the Juneteenth and where it's established.
Yes.
Okay.
Hi, my name is Rose Nichols, and I'm one of the committee members for the Juneteenth celebration.
Yes.
Good.
Hi, I'm Carolyn Logan Herbert. I'm the vice president of the Juneteenth Committee here for Mississippi County.
Okay, so we got the important people here today.
Yes, sir. Sound good, don't it?
Make some noise
Yes,
for
sir.
that.
Then we got power. Right on. Yes.
Now,
Go ahead.
Now, can y'all tell us, like, who else makes up the committee? I know everybody's not here, so kind of tell us so we'll know kind of who's behind the scene.
Absolutely. We started out with quite a big number. However, you know how people fall off and don't end up coming. But working now, we have the president, which is Dr. Valencia Andrews Pirtle.
Okay.
Carolyn has already introduced herself. We have Dr. Annis Abraham. We have Miss Eloise Moore. We have Sandra Langsford. We have Kirby Logan. We have Jackie Seals, Michelle Sims, Mike Luster, Desmond Hammett, Andrew Big D.
Okay.
Big D.
Cut hair.
Big D, that
Cut hair.
cuts hair.
Yeah, we got
Andrew.
it. Andrew.
They're in my ear telling me so I won't forget until you start naming people, then you forget.
Y'all can help a name too.
Yeah, so we have Isabella Campbell, we have Linda Campbell, we have Morty Orr, we have how many y'all?
Michelle Sims.
I said
Yes.
Michelle Sims. We have
Yeah, because you don't start a name, so you can't leave nobody out. You know how we are. You can't leave nobody out.
That's
I
right.
said Jackie Seals.
Yes,
we
yes,
have Jackie
yes,
Seals.
yes.
With a short haircut.
Destiny.
Destiny Dillard.
Destiny
Dillard.
Yeah, and there may be other few that we missed, and we hoping as they come to our mind, we will mention their names.
And if they forget, they didn't mean to forget y'all.
Not at all.
They didn't mean to forget y'all.
Not at all. Not
Not at all.
They didn't mean to get you because they were here writing notes and everything. Miss Rose have been writing notes.
That's so good.
So let me ask this. I noticed right off the bat, I hear a lot of women. How many men y'all got?
We started out with quite a few, but actually about 3 or 4 that comes maybe on a consistent basis.
Really?
But
So
getting
Mike Luster.
getting Mike
Mike Lester. Shout out to Mike Lester.
Shout out to Mike Lester, because Mike does a whole lot, and we get free, broadcasting advertisements.
That's good.
We have to mention that and all those things. But but we are a strong team, strong group, and we just do what we have to do. And, most of the time, again, it's the ladies pretty much carrying it. But they come in where they're needed, and we can't complain about that.
We have a lot of men that work behind the scene with the setup and moving equipment and connecting us with somebody that knows somebody to help get things done.
Yes. So the men are not absent.
They're not absent. They're very active.
Right.
That's wonderful.
And actually, I guess I'll start with where the Juneteenth came about from.
Yes.
We, being Pilgrim Rest Baptist Church, which our pastor is Ricky Everett, we every September we'd have a picnic. Excuse me, a church picnic. Well, we was discussing about the picnic, and Dr. Abraham says, I want to celebrate Juneteenth. And so I knew what she was talking about because I lived in Texas, and Texas have celebrated it for numerous of years. And we had to get everybody on board with what Juneteenth was and all that. And so that's where the first Juneteenth started from. We started about 10 years ago. Well, this is our 9th year. Nine years here in Blythe. And our first Juneteenth was at our church, Pilgrim Rest, at the corner of Ruddle and Main. And we had it, and we probably had approximately about 200 or more people to attend that one. And it just spiraled from there. And then we thought, well, we're going to do it again. And so it just kept going. So that's where we got our foundation from. So Pilgrim Rest is the foundation of the Mississippi County Juneteenth celebration.
Shout out to Pilgrim Rest.
Wonderful.
Wonderful.
So when, even going further back, the origin of Juneteenth, when the Emancipation Proclamation was signed in 1863, which freed our ancestors and enslaved people, the word didn't get to the people in Galveston, Texas, so they were still enslaved. And so the word didn't get to them until June 19th, 1865. And so that's when all the enslaved people, became free and were fully aware of the end of the Civil War. And that's how Juneteenth, got its name and its origin. And,
wow. I didn't. So
Juneteenth is our holiday.
So that's when all blacks became free.
That's when we realized we were free.
Right. Already free, but Texas, the state of Texas.
They got it a little later.
That's
why I didn't know about the state of Texas was the last.
Wow. Right. So you got a lot of people that look like us. They really don't celebrate July 4th. Some people don't. They celebrate Juneteenth. Right. Like, especially in Texas, like Ms. Venita said, a lot of people in Texas don't.
Let's ask the question. Should we celebrate July the 4th or June? Our people as a whole. What should we be celebrating?
July 4th was when America got its independence from England.
Okay.
We fought in that war for independence. So my opinion is yes, we still should celebrate the 4th of July because we are Americans.
That's right.
And many enslaved individuals joined they fought on both sides.
Okay.
In the North and the South. And they were promised freedom if they fought in that war.
Wow.
And then their freedom was, again, denied. So they helped to free America, but America didn't free them. But America would not have been free without the efforts of the enslaved individuals that fought.
Right.
Made promises that they just didn't keep.
Yes, if we choose to celebrate the 4th of July, we have every right to.
Yes.
Absolutely.
But we definitely should celebrate Juneteenth.
Yes.
And have an education of what.
Because that's our history.
Right.
And we have realized over the past few years, I'm going to say the past 4 years, we have realized so much of our history has been hidden from us and is still being hidden from us to where, so many things that we don't know about. They're taking it out of the school and everywhere else. So we need to.
They don't want to talk about it.
Yeah.
They just passed a law.
We need to celebrate. We need to celebrate.
When it just a law passed to where they don't want the history in schools
Arkansas.
anymore.
Definitely in Arkansas.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. You know, and so they, you know, finally, you know, made it a national holiday last year, and that was through the efforts of a lady named Cora who walked across the United States, you know, in support of making Juneteenth a national holiday.
Okay.
So we did the book reading on her last year.
You said she walked across?
She walked across the United States.
Really?
Wow.
I was going to ask
And
that too. Oh, that's her right here?
Last year.
She walked across. She walked across the United States. You know, to make it a national holiday.
How long was she walking?
That I
She
can't
walked for
say.
years.
It was a long time.
I'm sure it took a long time.
Also went to the White House and met. That was President
That was a good
Obama.
question.
It was.
That's a good question.
Yeah, it was. I'm with you. No doubt about it.
Yes.
And so, like I said, Juneteenth celebration started. When we started the one here in Mississippi County, we had a picnic celebration. But we like to say now from the Juneteenth Committee, and we'll talk more about it, but we're saying the government, federal government, we the people, gave us a day, June 19th, but we took the week.
We took the whole week. We deserve the
Right
whole
there.
week.
So-
They
so-
gave us a
deserve
day,
the
but
whole
we
week.
took the week.
So the celebration goes from what days? What week?
It starts on June the
June
11th,
9th.
June the
is
9th,
the actual
Okay.
start.
through
Okay.
June the 19th. There's something going
We
on.
took 10
So I would
days.
say we took 10 days. Well,
For this year,
be taking.
we've added more this year than
Right.
we have in the last year.
Gotcha.
We did actually have just a week last year, but we started this year, and we'll let Carolyn, because this is Carolyn's heart here. We'll let
Okay.
Carolyn tell you guys about
Okay.
June 9th.
So June 9th is the blood drive. It's close to me because it's for sickle cell.
Okay.
And I am one of the CEO of Sickle Cell Warriors of Blythe, Arkansas.
Okay.
Those who don't know, my daughter, Khadijah Jenkins, has sickle cell. We've been fighting this thing for 29 years.
Wow.
It's not a good fight. Some people think that sickle cell is a Band-Aid disease, and it's not. So the blood drive is going to benefit sickle cell patients because that's what keeps them alive. Blood is what
Gotcha.
keeps them alive. There's no cure for sickle cell.
Gotcha.
When you go into a pain crisis and you're having problems, you need blood. And it's the worst feeling to go into the hospital and you need a transfusion, and they come back in and tell you that what you need, A, B, or it's been depleted.
Wow.
We can't find it right now. So we're just running saline, trying to find you some blood. We may be able to find it and get it to you. We may not. As a parent sitting there listening to that, that's me
tough.
listening. Think about the one that's laying in the bed that's needing it.
Right.
So this blood drive on the 9th is to benefit sickle cell disease. It's no better blood to receive than that from African American people.
Gotcha.
This disease affects us the most, and we know the least about it. A lot of people didn't know that there was no cure. There's no cure for sickle cell. We've lost a lot of people to sickle cell just right here in this community. We lost Ashley. We lost Thomas Black.
Wow.
He was on our team as well. We lose people all the time to sickle cell because things are blood. Blood is the liquid gold to them. You know?
Wow.
And it's you living on borrowed time all the time. You living on borrowed time. Miss Rose Nichols lost a niece to sickle cell disease. So it's people that y'all look at and see every day, and you don't know what they dealing with and how they getting through. So we're having this blood drive. The Red Cross is coming down on the 9th at Pilgrim Rest Church at the corner of Rotor Road and Main, and they'll be there from 9 to 2 to do a blood drive. All you need to come in and do is bring your picture ID. From your picture ID, you come and sign in. They will run screening tests to make sure that you're able to give, that your numbers are up, and they'll ask you different questions about medications and whatnot. And if you're able to give, you'll give. If not, they'll let you know. You will receive a $10 Amazon gift card that day for giving, and we always have bags to give you and T-shirts. So it's all going for a good cause, and like I say, it's no better blood for them to receive than that blood of an African American. We also did a blood drive doing I start an annual sickle cell drive in September. Every year I have one. Last September we did a blood drive. Red Cross came down again. For the region, we hit the highest numbers for the number of blacks to give, the number of new givers and males. So we want to try to exceed that right now. Have at least 35 people sign up. You can go to redcross.org, sign up, or you can hit the app and sign up, or you can just show up that day. And when you show up, if you're able to give, the good thing is maybe 6 months down the line, you may get a letter in the mail that say, hey, your blood was used to help someone in New York City. They'll always send response back on where your blood was used. So it's always a good thing. And more of us have to, get out of the habit of you can't give, or I take this medication, or that's going on so I can't give. You can always give. And before you come in, like I said, everything is screened, so you'll know if you can give or not. So
they got y'all got all the necessary tests.
Everything's there.
They bring
everything's
everything
there. So
with
we're just asking all those that can and will to come out and at least give it a try.
Come on and give. June 9th.
Is it often that you go into the hospital and you don't have blood?
Oh yes, sir.
So it's quite often.
Yes.
So yeah, this is extremely important.
I think if we were more knowledgeable about it, that more people would give. So that's good, because like I didn't know about sickle cell. Like I'm not, I don't know much about it. But I know somebody that was lost to sickle cell or whatever.
Yeah, it's sad.
Wow.
That's the thing to me. If you don't, but see, if it's not in your home and it hasn't affected anyone, you don't know about it.
Yes.
You may have heard the word, but you don't know how serious it is.
Gotcha.
Exactly.
So the youngest warrior that I have is here in Blythe. I think she's going to the 3rd grade this year.
Wow. Really?
So yeah.
Wow.
Y'all get out there and give,
Y'all
man.
please
No
sign
doubt
up.
about it.
Y'all please sign up.
I'm gonna come out and give.
I'm going to give too.
Good.
Appreciate
Yes, sir. No doubt.
I'm definitely going to give.
Say
RTV
that-
will be in the house.
Yeah, say the date again.
June 9th.
June 9th.
June 9th.
9 to
June 9th, 9 to 2 at Pilgrim Rest, the corner of Main and Rudder Road.
Gotcha.
You said 35 was the highest people?
No, we're trying to get at least 35 names signed up ahead of time, so that we have the right number of crew on hand for donations.
You got 4 right now.
Okay,
Yes,
I
yes.
appreciate it.
Awesome. That's awesome.
So,
Thank you.
Huh?
You said
best type of blood to
All of it.
so I'm
Yeah.
sure because everybody got different
people
ones.
need
Yeah.
different types
Right,
of blood.
right.
Yeah, you have your universal donors, but all of it.
Yes.
All of it helps. I mean, you never know.
Universal donor.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's wonderful. It's wonderful.
Yeah, it's some set up when my daughter was younger, and we may go in and it's depleted. So, me as a parent,
Yeah.
I'm matched up with her, so I'm always there. Hook me up.
Yeah.
I'm giving you what I got.
Yes.
But you can only give so much, right?
Yes,
Right.
you can only give so
You only
much.
give
So,
so
yeah.
much.
So, but you do what you can. That's why we beg people to come out. And like I say, when you don't know, you don't do it. So the best blood for sickle cell patients to receive is the blood from another African American.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Man, we
We
gotta
know
make sure
that's
we
gonna
go
link
give,
up.
man.
That's good.
I'm
Because
glad
you said the blood got to link up.
It links up better with the blood from another
Got
African
you.
American.
Okay. Okay. Wow. Wow. Man. That's extremely knowledgeable there, man. Yeah.
good information. Great information. Because I know I heard about sickle cell, and I actually heard that it wasn't a cure, but I didn't think it was the need in blood was in that high demand. I didn't know it was like that because I don't have anybody close to me that has sickle cell. So
That's it.
Wow. So can we
My
circle back?
niece was 2 when she was diagnosed, and she was 15 when she passed.
Wow.
And she was, her parents were doing everything that they could do, but like, Carolyn said, there's no cure. And sickle cell predominantly affects African American and people of Mediterranean descent. So, our Caucasian sisters and brothers, they're okay. They're not going to come down with sickle cell.
I got a question, and I really don't want to talk about it, but I want to ask you about it. You said she passed at 15. Did she pass because she couldn't get blood?
No.
Okay, so do people pass because they can't get blood?
Rose
Yes.
has a
Yes.
story to go along with that.
As a nurse and working in the hospital, I had cared for a young man, and he had moved away and moved back to Blytheville. He was about 25, 27,
Okay.
and he was admitted to the hospital. On the night shift, I came to work that following morning. We got a report, and he needs blood transfusion because he's sickle cell. We didn't have it here in Blytheville.
Wow.
And when you receive blood transfusions, you develop what we call antibodies,
Okay.
which means if you've got certain antibodies, it makes it harder for them to match you with the right blood. And the more transfusions you receive, the more you can develop antibodies. So it's just hard to match it.
Gotcha.
And so this young man had antibodies, and so Blytheville didn't have blood, Osceola. We called Memphis. We tried to transfer him to hospitals in Memphis. Nobody would accept this. We was trying to get a physician to accept him. It's a whole process you got to go through. You can't just say, we're going to send you somebody. You got to have a doctor say, okay, I'll take her, and go through the paperwork. So this started, like I said, he came in during the night. We started when I got to work at 7, trying to, make more phone calls, get him transferred, get a doctor to accept him. And we couldn't get anybody to accept him.
Wow.
And there was no blood available.
And there was no blood available.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's something there.
It's serious.
And that's another reason, man. We got to get out. And I'm
Yeah.
glad we're talking about this. We
Yeah.
got to get out. We got to be blood donors because it can affect somebody in your family
That's
down
right.
the line. And you. I mean, is sickle cell something that you can develop,
No.
or you got to be born
No,
with it?
you're born
Wow.
with it.
Okay.
Wow.
You're born with it.
Going with the feet. Like I said, my daughter's 29.
Uh-huh.
We're actually in the age group of exceeding. She should have been dead kind
Wow.
of phase. Because when she got diagnosed at birth, so at birth it was told to me that you were doing great if your daughter lives to 6. So at 6
Wow.
it went to 12. At 12 it went to 16. So the longest the
Thank you, God.
lifespan stops at like 21. So you thank God for every day. And the
Really?
crisis, when the crisis hit, you can be fine at 12, and at 12:02 you knocked down.
It's
You
So
knocked
it's
down
that fast.
quick.
Never
It's
think.
just that quick.
Wow.
Some people get some kind of aura of I feel like I'm going to a crisis. Sometimes you don't, and then these crises they're definitely going to come with a change of season. Going hot to cold, cold, hot.
Really?
Those temp changes affect them. So when the seasons change, they definitely go into knockdown. So it happens just that quick, and your pain crisis may last 5 minutes. It may last 5 days. You don't know how you're constantly trying to get out of this pain that you're in, and you can have a stroke during this time. My child was 4 and had a stroke.
Wow.
Laying in the hospital. Wow. So
It's just uncontrollable pain.
It
that you
hits
just-
it hits different organs. Your organs are affected, and
Because it's blood.
it's blood that
And
travels all
everything
through your
need that
body.
blood.
So it affects everything. It will hit you, and you sitting there, you laying in the bed on a morphine pump,
Oh, geez.
trying to ease pain,
Oh,
and
Hey,
just
can't nothing happen until you
praying
get
all
blood.
day. Yeah, praying all day. Please bring some blood. Somebody please come with some blood because you need it. You need it.
So is it the sense of you just losing blood?
What happens with sickle cell is the blood cells, they carry oxygen, they carry nourishment. And they are normally, they call them concave, where they're round, but they kind of dip down in the middle, kind of like
A disc.
a disc, lifesaver disc. But a person with sickle cell, their cell may be shaped like an S, so it's twisted basically,
Or your half moon.
or a
shape.
half moon crescent. And so if you can imagine that you should have something that's smooth and round carrying the blood with your oxygen in it, flowing through these pipes, smooth and round, but if you got all these twisted, it's going to tangle up. So it can't flow through these pipes. So what you need is stuck in the pipe.
Wow.
And wherever it stops and clogs up, is where your pain is going to affect you. So it may be your knees, it may be in your stomach, wherever. But that's where it's going to hit you.
It may be in your chest.
Yeah,
Wow.
chest syndrome. So some you can tell by looking at their eyes. most of the time I can tell by my daughter. I can look in her eyes. When her eyes start getting dim or looking yellowish, I know we got a crisis coming. So you know, I'm there. What you know, I already know. But you know, these people they have heating pads, but you try to fight at home as long as you can.
Yes. Instead
of going to the hospital, and the first thing is pain meds, O2, and some blood. So those are your key factors right there that you need to make it. So.
Wow.
The one thing about the Juneteenth committee and our celebration, we have a powerful team.
Yes.
And I'm grateful because we have educators, we have medical people, we have like 3 doctors on our committee.
Wow.
We got 3 or 4 nurses, we got educators and doctors of education, and so we are always about getting something together that's going to benefit, you know, our community, our people, and then our children. And we are always involving the children, educational things like, you know, oratoricals, and we do art contests. We just had an art contest last month, and the kids got some nice money. Those prizes: first place $75,
Wow.
you know, second place $50, third place, and these are, you know, grade school and high school children, you know, and we gave them that money, and we do scholarships, and we do all those things. So it's not just about getting out there, and they may see us having a good time on Friday night and all those things, but it's a whole lot of work, and we never stop working.
Yes.
We're going to do this one, we're going to take a month break, and then we go right back into planning, if the Lord will say the same for the next upcoming one.
So this year our theme is Rise Above. And so we're honoring the Tuskegee Airmen and the first. So and I'm gonna let Ms. B talk when we get to the parade and stuff like that. But we, you know, for those that don't know, the Tuskegee Airmen were a group of black men who were told that they weren't smart enough to learn how to fly a plane. They weren't smart enough to be fighters in the military.
Wow.
And like President Obama said, yes, we can.
Yes, we can.
Right.
And so that's what they said. And so, you know, that's when they went to flight school and, you know, had to go through a lot of challenges. So in doing that, they had 6 guiding principles that they lived by while they were going in training to be pilots and so forth. And those 6 guiding principles were, and I may not get them all in order, but aim high, believe in yourself,
6 principles.
Be ready to go, use your brain, never quit, and expect to win.
Yes.
That's wow.
Expect to win. Expect to win.
Yes.
And so in doing that, this year we're honoring them. That's what the theme of our art competition was for the children. We purchased a book on the Tuskegee Airmen. We gave that to the children, to the different schools. We go down to Rivercrest also, not just Blythe. We, you know, like Ms. Venita said, try to include a variety of children, a variety of schools, giving this information out so they know their history. And with the Tuskegee Airmen, like I said, they accompanied the military into battle, and they never lost anybody.
Wow.
So they were requested.
Wow.
So you know, when they escorted men in the battle, no one they never lost anybody.
Wow.
So.
And there are a few of them still living. I know for sure 3 that are, because I've had people to tell me, so I can't call their names right now, but there are still some of those men that are living.
Wow.
And
They'll be in Blythe
exactly.
September.
In
October.
October.
Really?
They'll be in
October at the Air Base War Museum that we have now. They're going to be doing a month-long exhibit during the month of October, featuring the Tuskegee Airmen. And they have asked the Juneteenth Committee, can they display the artwork of our youth?
That's amazing.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I bet y'all feel honored to do that.
It's such a blessing to think, you know, that, you know, people say nothing good can come out of Blythe.
Yes.
We have heard that so many times.
Yes, it can.
Right.
Yes, it can.
Yes, it can.
It's a whole lot of good.
A lot.
It is.
There's a lot of good that goes
of
on
good.
in Blythe, Mississippi
Speaking of
County.
the youth, do they talk about it Juneteenth in the schools? Like when it's
the Juneteenth committee goes to the school during February and talk to the students about Juneteenth. We've done that pretty much consistently and give them some type of literature on Juneteenth. So we do that.
But no, it's not taught in school. It's
Right.
not spoken
No.
of in school.
Right.
So if y'all didn't do that,
it
They wouldn't be.
They would not
we
be.
figure that.
See, that's the thing, because like our kids, they don't know about it.
Especially when we don't hardly know.
We
about it.
don't
It says
know
a
about
lot
it.
of, lot of grown people that don't know.
Yeah,
You know,
and I
just
think a
think
lot of that comes from when we think about our parents, our grandparents, great they were trying to survive. And if they spoke about things like that, with living
Right.
in that area,
That
they may
era.
have been lynched, and we know they were.
Right.
Yes.
So, a lot of times their goal was to just survive.
Survive.
Just live.
Man.
Yeah.
To
Wow.
just, to just live.
Yeah.
And you like I said, we weren't allowed to learn how to read, and
That's
things
right.
like that. So
Yes,
a lot of time our history just got pushed back, but it's written.
Right.
But
it just
you
got
don't
pushed
know
back.
how to read.
You can't even read it.
They took critical race theory out of school.
Right.
So
Right.
so you can't. Critical race theory is saying that it's teaching division. Well, it's not really teaching division, but when we wake up, we're a threat to other races. When we really figure out who we are, we're a threat to other races. So
Right.
Why do you think they say that it teaches division by us knowing our
because
history?
they want to sleep.
If we know our history, then we're more powerful if we know our history.
That's right.
It's the same
And it
thing.
makes you recognize. It makes you look at your own self.
Right.
Yes.
I mean, if I have mistreated you all these years, and now
That's
it comes
good
forward,
question. Yes.
what does that say about me?
Right. Right.
That's
Or just as
wow.
simple as if you've always been going out the door on the right hand side because I tell you to go out that door.
Yes.
Then you find out the left door worked the same way.
Yes. 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 Wow.
Yeah, that's a great perspective.
But
never
I don't
looked at
think
like
it.
that.
I don't see it. To me, I don't think it teaches division.
Me neither.
It doesn't.
It don't at
It's
all.
just being honest.
It's
It's just
It's history.
It's the truth.
It's no different than any other
And I
history.
think, I know it would bring us. The more you know, the better we could come together.
That's right.
The more we
Stand
come
together.
That's right.
Absolutely.
Stand together. Like, yes.
Exactly.
And we need to talk about this more.
Right.
Because we don't have this conversation
Yes.
about our history and why they trying to
Take it.
delete it. Really.
That's what they
You know
do.
what I'm saying? They don't want us to know it all, period.
And most of us don't know it, man.
They don't know.
Man.
yeah.
You come to different celebrations and you just come because they're having a good time. You don't know the meaning of it.
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
So and there's so many things. Just like, and I hope we don't get too far off, but we all grew up watching the Lone Ranger. Did you know the Lone Ranger was a black man?
That's what I heard.
I just heard
I
that.
just heard
I did
that.
Bass
myself.
Reeves,
Wow.
Fort City, Arkansas, Fort Smith, Arkansas.
Wow.
Out of Arkansas.
Yeah,
Really?
Fort Smith. That's on the border, right? Oklahoma border.
He was a
Fort
black
Smith.
Bass Reeves. He was U.S. Marshal, black man.
Didn't know that.
Wow.
Just taking our stuff from us,
But
man.
we don't watch the Lone Ranger and Tonto.
White forever. It's been white forever. Ain't it?
Well,
And you see cowboys, they all white.
well, like Ms. Rose said, did you know the Long Range? Did you know Jesus? Do you know Jesus? Did you know he
Buffalo
was black?
soldiers. You know,
The one that we look and read about. Did you know he was black?
Come on, B.
That's right.
So they done washed our history away.
we just have
Yeah,
to.
yeah. They done took our stuff, you know.
took it.
All the inventions black people done made, they took it from us.
And then like you speaking on the benches, you know, like when they say a black person made this, you like, dang, really? You know what I'm saying? They don't even teach nothing in school.
Well, they took a lot of our stuff too.
Because
Right.
we couldn't read,
Yeah,
we didn't
they-
have the money to pay for patents.
Right.
Yeah,
There you go.
There you go.
That was a big part of
Yeah.
threatening our families if you did try, you know. And then if we think about the Black Wall Street in Oklahoma, they burned the whole town.
Burn it down.
So you scared. You think about it. Even if you see a successful black neighborhood going on and they burn it down, now you're scared to even try to duplicate that.
So, Ms. Venita, y'all older than us, and tell me, why do you think white people don't want to talk about this? Why? Because when you get to talking about slavery and racism and white people, they want to say they're not doing it now or this. Why is it so hard for them to talk about it?
And this is just me talking,
Yes.
and I could be wrong, but I think guilt sometimes sets in.
Makes sense.
And I feel guilty about what went on or whatever. And again, if they talk about it, again, knowledge is powerful.
Mm-hmm.
And as we just sit here and sitting around and saying, you guys yourself, I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
So if I don't know, that means that I don't have any ammunition to
That's right.
do anything
Right.
with.
Right.
So if I keep it away from me or us, then they're succeeding, whereas we're not succeeding because we don't know it, and then if we know it, we're not telling it.
That's right.
So
That's
that's what we are, and that's one of our most important things. We're trying, again, we put that educational part on there, and to let them know that it's not just about a great celebration or a good time,
Right.
but we need to know all of
This
these
is-
things
that's right.
and the things that came before us and what they went through.
Yes.
So,
Like
if
on,
I answer
Keep
your
our history
question.
going.
Yeah.
So,
Keep our history going.
and one of the things that we're going to be doing, to help move that effort forward is on June 11th. We'll be hosting, we'll be having a play
Okay.
at the Ritz. It was written and
I'm in that play.
directed by, by Geneva Aldrich Harris.
Okay.
And the name of the play is Highlighting Black Resistance Through Words and Song. And so she has, like I said, several from the community. You guys are in it. And so, like I said, she's going to go back and bring us to the present with
It's gonna be nice.
accomplishments and everything of black individuals. So
Yes, ma'am.
that's going to be a great education for all of us.
What
So
time do they start?
Yeah,
that's
what date again?
2:30 on June the 11th. That's next Sunday.
Okay.
Y'all
the
come
Ritz.
see us. Is it free?
It's
It's free.
Wow.
Y'all come
Wow.
see us. It should be a packed house.
The one thing about the Juneteenth, everything that we do, it's free.
Wow.
Except for like the vendors and they're renting the booths, and then we're cheap. You can get one night for $35
Wow.
and 2 nights for $65.
Wow.
So, but everything else is free. Our main event on Saturdays, all of the food, all of the drinks, everything free.
Wow.
So with
Wow.
you saying that, where does the money come from? I mean, because it got to be paid for somewhere. So
The money comes from donations.
Yes.
that's
and
what I'm getting
supporters,
to.
and then we work hard. We send out our letters, and we have this. Of course, again, this is our 9th year, so we have had faithful, supporters that some of them just automatically send it. They know
Okay.
it's coming, and I'll get
That's
it even
good.
before we get started or
Yes.
whatever. We got some that we can truly depend on.
So where they sending it to? Let us know what we can donate to, and
You can donate to Mississippi County Juneteenth celebration, and you can send that donation to P.O. Box 242, Blauville, Arkansas 72315, and you can put it in my attention if you want. My name again is Venita Nichols. Venita spelled Venita. Last name Nichols, Nichols.
do y'all got a cash out that we can send to?
We haven't got a Juneteenth cash out, but we have some personal ones. I got quite a few.
Just send that cash out.
Okay.
Personal cash app,
I have my
same
personal
for
cash app is the same $, Venita Nichols.
Yes.
Thank you for that, Chef.
Because we love to do some cash out transactions.
Yeah. But we were received now. The one thing we have a deadline and we have to cut off
Gotcha.
certain things so we can get it ready for us to go.
Okay.
And like with the T-shirts, I have to cut them off at a certain point because we got to get them printed, and then we're putting our supporters on the back
Gotcha.
with a certain amount of money that
Okay.
they're giving and all of
I
that.
just gonna say that.
Absolutely.
We gon-
But and if you're welcome, but he isn't printed. if you want to support this year, he have not printed the back of that shirt. We will accept the donation.
RTB, we're gonna represent.
Yes.
We're gonna represent.
Yeah, but again, we have deadlines that we have to meet, and we're talking now about 2 weeks before the actual event. So we are in place of that. And speaking of the T-shirts, our image this year, we are putting the red tail plane on there, which is the plane that the Tuskegee Airmen flew.
Got you. Okay.
And I'm crazy and happy about it because, and I'm bragging now. My husband done the image for the T-shirt.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, shout him out. We got to shout out Mr. Brian G. Nichols for doing the
Mr.
image.
Brian Nichols, my guy.
It's wonderful.
Yeah.
Break up some concrete too for you for plumbing.
Absolutely. Yeah, there you go. Plumbing too. That's right.
That's right.
He has more than one talent. So yeah, there it is. That's the
Okay.
image of it.
Okay.
So we.
Let me get this, Nigel.
That's nice right there.
It is nice.
Well, they gonna see the T-shirt. Can you see that?
And we
hadn't been put out together.
And we are. I did order extra T-shirts. If anyone would like to purchase a T-shirt, we will have those T-shirts on the block party for sale. That's the June 17th, right? The Friday night event
Where is it located? Where the block party located
at 5th and Ash.
Historic Ash Street.
Historic Ash Street.
Yes.
Is that where we do the tailgating? At? I mean, for the
Yes.
event
Yes.
for the-
Yes.
For
Yes.
the last few years, right? Yeah.
There'll be parade leading to that.
Okay.
Parade that
What day y'all on now? Y'all we
Parade
skipped the
will.
15th then.
starts at Save-A-Lot.
We
Yeah,
did
that's
on Main?
the ninth.
McHaney.
the
That's
11th.
the
main
finale.
event.
The main event.
Okay.
On the
That's where we started from after we left the church and started. We went to Harrison, which Harrison is the black high school.
Yes.
From back, and so Mr. Scruggs and all of those, Reverend Lofton, God rest their souls, and all of them that came in and they bagged us. They gave us some insight on things and all of that. Mississippi County EOC been a great support of
Yeah,
ours.
shout out to EOC.
And we thank God for all that has helped us, and we had to learn, and and we had those people in place that helped us and taught us, and so and they just let us take over Harrison and do what we need to do. So that's why we end up there and doing that event there.
And so on June the 15th, our events, we're having our sweet potato pie contest.
That's Mighty Mike loves the favorite.
It's Mighty Mike's
I hear him
favorite.
talk about that all the time.
Mr. Sudbury.
Mr.
Mike love to
Sudbury.
eat. Mike love to eat.
And so you can enter pies. It's $2 entry fee per pie. We have two categories, traditional and non-traditional. They have to be delivered by 4 p.m. because the judges start at 5. That's on the 15th. And after the sweet potato pie contest, we will have the spoken word and oration competition. This year we added an adult category. So we'll have the 5 through 9 up to the 18 for the youth, doing spoken word, which is poetry, rap, and oration, which will be written based on the theme Rise Above with a 3-minute time limit. And we also have an adult competition. Okay. So if you're above 18 and you want to do spoken word, either write a short or an oration based on the theme Rise Above, then the adults can compete. So I see some competitors already around in this room, and so that would be
Poetry.
on the 15th. Then the 16th we have our Juneteenth book reading.
You skipped the 15th. That's 15 first. 16. That's right.
Yeah. Oh, here's it. At the library. The book that Dr. Valencia Perta will be reading is called Born on the Water. And it's the story of a little girl who finds out about her ancestors and her ancestry, because she's supposed to write an essay, but she doesn't know who she is. And so her grandmother tells her about her history, how we came to America. And Dr. Valencia will be reading, but we also do a live enactment of the book, in period costume. We have several of our youth participating in that. The ladies of Westminster Village participating in that. And it's always a very emotional performance.
Okay.
When you kind of see your ancestors, in costume, and you got the African drums, and Dr. Perla is very creative in her presentation. So we're always really excited about that. Like I said, it's going to be at the Bible Public Library at what time? 3 o'clock?
It's at 3.
Yeah, 3 o'clock on the 16th.
3 to 5 on the 16th.
And then also on the 16th, we'll have our parade.
Okay. We'll start the parade. We'll line up at the old Save-A-Lot building, and I hate to do that. I need to write down Bishop Stone, the name of his church.
There you go.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
because I definitely always want to give him props, because since we've been doing the parade, that's where we go to, and they don't hesitate about allowing us to use their parking lot and space and getting lined up for the parade. We will start at 5:30 with the lineup. We will proceed out at 6 o'clock, and we go all across town. We start there at the Save-A-Lot building. We take 21st up to McHaney all the way out to usually North Franklin, and then sometime we'll do Red Road, and we'll just come back across, and where we'll end up at is at the block party Friday night at 5th and Ash for that. If you want to be a part of the parade, it is very important that you contact any of the Juneteenth members or committee, myself, because I need an entry form. For the city, they need to know who's in the lineup, and that's been one of our difficult parts, getting everybody to come and contact us and get that entry form before they, come out. So last year, I get the kids to volunteer, and they'll go around and do the cars, but we would much rather have them in place and have that list ready. So that's the parade on June 16th.
And then that brings us down to the Friday night block party.
Oh,
Okay, on historic
My night.
Ash Street.
that's my night.
We will have vendors can set up at the block party.
Okay.
It will be from 7 to 10.
You start about 7, but I guess.
Yeah, 7 to 10. We will have entertainment provided by Terry Rogers
Okay, Terry Rock.
Shout out to Terry. Gonna be here.
and Gerard Rayborn.
Okay.
Okay. We have
Preach Boy Spann ain't on there.
Man, come on, man.
you have to contact Mighty Mike is in charge of entertainment.
Okay.
So that's the block party. We always have a great time. So bring your lawn chairs.
Y'all, it's gonna be a real great time. Y'all
yeah.
got Terry coming. I don't know the other guy.
Yeah, we couldn't get the system right last year for some reason. They kept
Right.
blanking out on them.
Yeah,
We believe we're gonna have
gonna be
that
all right
taken
this year.
care of
We're
this
gonna be all
year.
right
Let
this
Mike
We still
take
had a
care of
good
all
time.
of that
Yeah.
this year. So
We had a great
Yeah,
time
still had a
at
good
the
time
block
last
party.
year.
And
Y'all
like I
wanna
said,
see each
vendors are there and we encourage young individuals, young entrepreneurs. We had one young lady who did artwork, and she sold her artwork. Our youth club, we sell lemonade, and so if you got kids that want to sell things, encourage them.
Mm-hmm.
Talk to them about the value of $1 and hard work.
Absolutely.
And help them get set up. They may one of our young ladies, she did tie-dye T-shirts.
So is this you buy a vendor slot for this?
Mm-hmm.
And the vendor slots are how much?
35 for 1 day and 65 for 2 days.
And what day is this on?
Friday the
Friday the 16th.
Coming in.
Friday the 16th, and then also on Saturday the 17th.
Okay.
At Harrison or Victor Days.
So you got 2 days to sell your wares. So
Okay.
and we always have a great time, on the Friday. We start Friday night block party, and people don't want to leave and go home. But
They do not. They definitely do not.
If you had Bebe out there, I know they wanted to be out there at 2 o'clock.
So we was out there.
Bebe is always with us, and,
Yeah,
and we thank God for Bebe, such a great supporter of the Juneteenth for many years.
Wonderful.
But
The motivator.
Michelle Sims is over the vendors, but however, anybody that we called out can get you to that, get that form for you and get it taken care of. But
We
yeah,
want to make mention that for females, there will be a van out doing free breast exams that day.
Okay.
Okay.
There will be about 4 tables for health screenings that'll be out that is free. So anything
Get
that you
yourself
may
checked.
have going on, come out. Come out, it's free.
yeah, voter registration,
that's all on Saturday at Harrison.
information booths are free. So if you're handing out, information on, I think we recently had someone that's working with opioids. Okay, so if you want to set
That's
up,
good.
pass that information, because we know it, that's a big problem.
Yes, it is.
That's a big problem. So we need to, again, it's all about educating ourselves, educating our community about the dangers of vaping. Things, all those things that can harm us, hypertension. So if you have information, set up at your table and, pass it out, share it.
Absolutely.
With everyone that comes by. Also, voter registration. It's important that we are registered to vote.
Yeah. Let our voice to be heard.
Let our voices be heard. Like this one year, we had the no vote, no voice,
That's right.
and we won a national T-shirt competition
Really?
Wow.
with this design.
Wow.
The national T-shirt competition.
The national, that's big.
We designed it ours.
We designed it. We
y'all
we
did
came
that?
up
Yeah,
with
we,
it.
Wow.
we
Yes.
came up with the design.
It is. It is. It is.
All of our designs are created by
The
us
committee.
or someone in the committee. Yes,
In-house. That's
in-house.
good.
Yes.
But man, we
Yes.
most definitely appreciate.
You still got
Yes.
one more
We
day.
got
They got
one more day.
We
Oh,
ain't
I'm
done
sorry.
yet. Actually, we got kind of. We still got
Go
two.
ahead. I'm sorry.
So-
we got all the time y'all
And
need.
so we almost done. But come Sunday,
Yes.
which is Father's Day,
Okay.
we will be having the Juneteenth formed a choir, community choir last year. Juneteenth committee did, and so this year again we're going to have the Juneteenth community gospel choir,
Okay.
and they will be performing at the Ritz Civic Center that Sunday afternoon, starting at 3 p.m. It's under direction of Pastor James Bragg of Loving Jesus Ministry and Torian Bell, who's a minister of music at Living Word.
Osceola, Arkansas.
And we have special guest artists, Miss Tallyann Rogers and company. So we're just really excited. So like I said, it's
Y'all doing
Father's
big this
Day,
year.
It
bring
is.
you, get
It
your
is.
dad, and come on out and get your praise on.
She gonna put a show on.
Celebrate your
They
dad.
are.
So we got the Ritz two weeks in a row. Next
At
week,
the
then
Ritz.
a week after that.
Yes.
And it's free.
And it's free.
You forgot to tell them about
And
the
it's
Saturday.
free.
You forgot to tell them about the setup. What time to set up Saturday too?
Oh, Saturday setup starts about 7 in the
7
morning.
in the morning.
Okay.
Like we'll be down at
Saturday at Harrison.
Yeah.
Harrison
that's
Multi
cool.
Complex.
Is that all day?
Building.
That's from
It
10
ends
to
at
2.
It ends at 2.
7 and 2.
10 to 2.
10
Help
to
is
2.
always needed. Help is always needed. Set up breakdown because we have chairs.
And that heat ain't no joke
It
today.
ain't no joke. We'll have the
That's
vendors.
something. You gonna come out of
Something for everybody. Again,
and like I said, we got a lot of educational medical. We got the mammogram bus coming. So those ladies that need, mammogram checks, we have that. We have UMAS there. We got the chiropractor coming. We got the health
had-
department is coming.
we had, but we did have the cancer screenings.
Cancer screenings and all those things.
Okay.
Something to help everybody out. So
That's good.
we want
That's great.
Yeah.
That's great.
That's really nice. Juneteenth.
And then, like I said, that was on Sunday we have the gospel workshop, and then Monday is Juneteenth,
Monday is
June
Juneteenth.
June 19th.
President Biden deemed June 19th
That's
a
a
national
holiday.
holiday.
National holiday.
So you all working.
Right.
And
A lot
so
of people
we're
are working.
asking everybody. You're gonna be out. We're asking everybody to do some type of community service.
So where you working?
Some
Hold on, y'all,
Yes,
y'all hear
yes,
what
yes,
we
We're
said?
asking everybody to do some type of community service
That's
On
good.
June 19th.
on
That's
June
good.
19th.
So everybody, please go do some community service. Pick some paper up. What all
I
they
mean,
do?
you know,
Yeah.
maybe your next door neighbor's yard needs cutting, or the trash needs picking up, or call and check on somebody that you hadn't called
Do
and checked
something.
on.
Do
Do
something.
something.
Do something.
Because we still
Do
have these
something.
elderly people around here that can't
Absolutely.
do those.
Yes.
Sit down and have
Yes.
a conversation
We
with
need to
somebody you hadn't
respect
had a
our
conversation with.
That makes
Absolutely.
sense.
You know.
Also,
June
June 19th is attached to, June 19th is World Sickle Cell Day.
Okay.
So
Talk
Okay.
about sickle cell.
definitely do something. Talk about it. Spread what you learned today
Yes.
to somebody.
Absolutely, because we most definitely.
Because there'll be another blood drive in September.
Gotcha.
Which is sickle cell.
September is Sickle Cell Month.
Right.
Okay.
So, and June 19th is World Sickle Cell Day.
Gotcha.
So, we always try to come back, like I say, with something to keep the community going on what's going on with that disease and what's being done and what can be done to help somebody.
That's right.
Now
So-
I think we.
Oh, it's time now.
So I think we
I
yeah.
think
All right,
now.
all right. Well, man, we really appreciate y'all.
We definitely appreciate
So,
you guys.
before we go to Big
Yeah.
Rose came into my. I hope we're not gonna be long. Be about 10 minutes. About 10 minutes.
Look.
She been talking the whole time.
They done got comfortable on this.
They did that. They did that. How long has it been? About a good hour, ain't it?
53 minutes.
Yes. It's wonderful
I would
though.
like to
Great
say on a
information.
serious tip, we truly do appreciate you.
And we
coming
appreciate
in,
you guys. Yeah.
allowing us to come out. As Bebe said, we the seasoned folks. I think that's what but I just respect you guys, and I
feeling is
just
mutual.
met the three of you all, but these are my guys right here.
Gotcha.
I truly appreciate you all for what you all do in the community as
Yeah.
well.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we
It's a
get
pleasure.
it right back to y'all.
Yes, it's a pleasure.
Thank y'all for coming and embracing this space,
Yes.
and giving us this knowledge.
Yeah,
that
giving
y'all
us this
sharing with
information
us
that we
today.
need.
Yeah, I'm glad y'all started
needed.
Juneteenth because it wasn't until y'all started the Juneteenth that I knew what it was. So when y'all the first
Yes,
Juneteenth celebration
yes.
was when I learned about it.
Wow.
Me
And
too.
so
The first-
think
the
about
first
that.
one.
That ain't been long ago.
Yeah.
Man,
That's
we've
when I
been
learned
living.
because I was like, "What is Juneteenth?"
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
then I started researching it.
That's what happened when I first started calling and asking people for donations. They, what?
What's
June
Yes.
10th.
Yes.
June
June
10th.
10th.
June 10th. What? You know, and I got a lot of that. And so we had to spill it. So we know the history of it like we know our name now.
Yes.
Because, people
Absolutely.
want to know. So, and it was something to learn. And we feel good about what we have done and what we
Yes.
brought to our own community right here.
That's
You
great.
know,
That's
again,
great.
is it
Jeff
anything
started.
good in Block?
We clap our hands for
Yeah,
y'all.
no doubt about it. This is wonderful.
Yeah.
So to close us out before we go, can you look in this camera, either one of y'all or all of y'all, and tell them what can we do to make this event, this holiday, as big as the 4th of July?
Yes.
How can we do this?
Yes.
Educate one another.
There you
You
go.
know, each one teach one. You know, had
That's
a
good.
conversation with your children, with your cousins. You know, do you know what Juneteenth is? There are many books on Juneteenth, and a lot of them are written on the level for 2nd, 3rd, 4th grade. So we can start teaching our children about it while they're young, instead of
Yeah.
waiting in our 30s, 40s, and 50s,
Yeah.
and
Absolutely.
then start trying to figure out first time we've heard about it. So the younger they are, read to them.
Yes.
Read to them. Encourage them.
Great.
Talk to our elders.
Mm-hmm.
We can learn so much, talking to someone in the nursing home. You'd be surprised at the things that,
They got
once
the
they get
knowledge
to
they
talking,
got.
the knowledge that they have,
One thing that you didn't mention was the marshals and how they were chosen.
We sure did.
We'll talk about it.
Let's-
Talk about it. We all right?
Let's end with that.
Tell us
Come
about
on.
it.
Let's end with that real quick. We chose our grand marshal for the parade. Each year we choose a grand marshal, and then we choose them for a reason. This year we have chose our first black city officials. Our grand marshals for this year are our Mayor Melissa Logan,
Shout
our
out to the
first
mayor.
black female mayor,
Yes.
former Mayor James Sanders,
Yes.
our first black
Absolutely.
Mayor.
Mayor.
Yes.
former Chief Jesse King, police black police chief, our former fire chief, Ivory Diamond,
Yes.
and then our district prosecuting attorney, Curtis Walker Jr. So those are our grand marshals for this year.
Yes.
So yes, we got
For
a
those
big
that
line.
don't know, what is a grand marshal?
Grand marshals are the ones that how we pick our grand marshals is what kind of impact have they made to
On the community.
our community.
Yes.
And
yes.
so that's how we choose our grand marshal,
Yes.
based on what have they done, he or she or whatever, and we select those, and we'll vote on it, and and do all of that, and whoever we comes up with, that's how we pick them. But it's what they done, and again, these are our first black city officials.
Oh, that's so
And
wonderful.
one that's passed on to give recognition to the first black councilman, Clayton Times.
Yes.
And the Grand Marshal, they head to parade.
They
They
hit
head
the
to
parade.
Yeah,
Right.
parade.
We have an escort to
I
escort
was already
them.
one.
Right. Normally, when we have just the one, we do have an escort. They ride in the car with them, where we have 5. So we're going to let our escortees go before them, and that is Pastor Adrian Poole and his wife, Dietrich Poole. They will be in their vehicle, and then the cars will come behind them.
Okay.
That's it.
Man, this has been a great one.
It has been great.
Educational.
Yes.
Yeah.
Learned a lot.
Yeah.
Learned a lot.
You learn, I learned one thing. When you come in for 10 minutes, you might get 50.
Yes. 50 great minutes.
Education is knowledge. That's right.
Look, in the future, I know when you came in, you said that you went used to the cameras and stuff, but you think we can get y'all back in the future?
Perhaps.
He's there for
Come
house.
here and talk about Sickle Cell.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
September.
Yes.
September.
Yes.
September.
Yeah. We can
Let's-
schedule you for that.
Let's schedule that.
We'll schedule you for that. We definitely
Yeah.
can. No doubt.
On a big level.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
last year we bumped head with Carolyn because we didn't know. Remember, because we had that's when you wrapped at the prevention summit at the Holiday Inn.
Okay.
She had her event the same day we had the prevention summit.
Okay.
So this
So
year
this
she
year
gave
we'll
me
know.
the date, so I know not to schedule it this
Yeah.
year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
About
Cool.
our platform, we gonna keep on spreading that knowledge to people.
Yes.
We
Absolutely.
appreciate you. We really do. Thank you seriously
And we
for allowing
thank
us
you,
this time.
y'all for
We
coming.
appreciate
We
it.
thank y'all for coming and giving us this knowledge that we
Enlighten
definitely
us.
need.
Thank you.
Yeah. Look, let's do it, Ro.
Well, yeah, it's your boy Rose.
It's your boy Preach Boy Spann.
It's your boy Bebe the Motivator.
And I am JR, aka Mr. Rogers.
I am Venita Nichols, treasurer.
Rose Nichols, committee member.
Carolyn Logan Herbert, vice president.
Tune into Real Talk Barbershop 870 with the Juneteenth Committee. Yes, sir. Great.